Bringing it up. This happened in 2012. It's 2014 now. She's still trying to use it because she has nothing else going on. And while she's sitting around, running around, talking about my husband and the father of my children, and she spends her weekends peddling through sperm banks, looking through catalogs to try to find the donor. Honey, you don't know if your baby daddy will be an axe murderer or a child molester, because what you will know is that he needed $10 to get him a vegan-sized pizza, so he ejaculated in a cup so you could have a kid. Now check that. What kind of whore does that?
But what we can definitely say is that Miss Porsha Williams is definitely snatching the crown of the show and is very, very vocal. Is not backing down from Nene at all.
Girl, I bought my own ticket to fly up to see you in a show in New York.
Girl, that was so long ago.
But that's support, Nene.
So I haven't supported you, though. Girl, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not even interested in it. Find something else that we can go in, because you know you're not that supportive.
All right. Okay, let me move on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
So we ain't gonna
Whatever.
Okay, moving on.
Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. So before we get into this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click that button, and definitely follow me on my Instagram, Murad_Murali. I would massively, massively appreciate it. Hopefully all of you are doing well today. We need to get into this particular reunion that has debuted, the first part of your Housewives of Atlanta reunion season 11, and really and truly I feel like once again they have hyped up this reunion to be something that it unfortunately wasn't. The trailer did seem as if something was going on, it was quite exciting, but having said that, I don't think it was. But what we can definitely say is that Nene is bringing this bitter, negative energy, and rather than being very obtuse and being very aggressive and, you know, replying with such anger and high tone, she's taking a completely different pathway this time, which is a bit different.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Are you really, though?
I am really, though. You just have to know that if you're going to dish some shade, that you may receive some.
Simply is not giving you the reaction that, you know, we would expect. This aggressive kind of reaction. She's just shutting everybody down. You can tell that she is the individual that everybody will be coming for. And, you know, Porsha makes it very vocal and is annoyed and upset about the whole, you know, event stuff, how she doesn't support. Now, granted, Porsha is somebody who supports everybody on that cast, but at the same time, she definitely has supported Nene. And the Miami trip is exactly one damn example, where she got everybody and they flew over there, and, you know, they were all there for her. And for Nene to act like it did not happen, you know, completely ignoring it. What I want to say is this, and I feel like this is very true. From the beginning of this show, every single individual female cast member, male cast member who has entered this show, Nene does not care about all of them. Nene does not care about any of them. Not one of them. If they can supply something good for them, then she will love them. And if they don't, she will just discard them in seconds. This is what a narcissist individual does. This is what Nene is. And I feel like largely because of her upbringing and not having a mother or father around, and, you know, I imagine that can also be very tough, but can be very impactful in many different ways. Now, I feel like her narcissistic personality has carried her through to be a great member of the show. But at the same time, what we're seeing here now is that she's going to be attacked from left, right, and center. Now, we know Nene can, we think Nene can handle it, but she really can't, because season 7 reunion, she ran off the stage, and it looks like she does the same thing for this one as well at the end of the teaser. She also admits throughout the reunion that she and Cynthia are not close friends, and everybody just started laughing. They were shocked, they were confused, they were like, what are you talking about? You know, as if throwing their whole relationship away. And I feel sorry for Cynthia, because it's like, I put all this energy and input into it, and here we are seeing you saying that we're not even close friends. It's actually quite sad. And I'm kind of glad that Eva is standing up to Nene, because throughout the episodes, it looked like she was up Nene's ass, and it's like, it's not every day announce how great she is. Sometimes stand up for yourself, and I'm glad that she did. She recorded all events, the bachelor party, the wedding party, you know, the event with Kenya, where she always makes situations about herself, and I'm glad that she was able to relay that in a very careful and coherent manner. And again, Nene was deflecting, because that's all she knows how to do, just to deflect, ignore, and, you know, throw things away, she knows how to shift blame. She doesn't like to associate blame with herself, can never take accountability for any of her actions, and it's like, we kind of get Nene has always been like that, but she's been like that in a jovial way, which is entertaining for us. But when you come off very bitter, it definitely makes people not want to watch the show, and it comes off very off-putting. It really, really does. And then we have Candy talking about the surrogate entire storyline. And this wasn't really developed into a major storyline for her throughout the season, and I have no idea why. But it is nice to know that they are going to be trying next week with somebody, and that's going to be an interesting turnout of events. And hopefully we'll see that for the next season if she continues and renews her contract. And, you know, I don't know why I'm just really glad that Porsha is vocal. We've known Porsha to be vocal from the day one. She always has been vocal. But I feel like in the last few seasons, you can tell that when she vocalizes her points, she has growth. And she's able to target and streamline her points in a more coherent and effective, productive and mature manner. Whereas before she was just saying anything left, right and centre, but now it's very different. And I feel like she definitely has become the queen of the show. Like really and truly, it was either going to be Porsha or Kenya, one of the two. So praying that Kenya comes back next season and these two can tag team because these two can run the damn show.
We're not close friends. We'll talk about that.
So who is it about?
She said it's not about me, so I'm good to move on.
We then touched onto the colourist comment by Eva. Now, I personally don't think Eva meant it like that. But irrespective of whether how Candy received it or how Eva, responded to it, I'm kind of glad that colorism is being brought up on this reunion stage. Because
being shady.
That's shady as
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Well,
and then we left there, you never said anything about it.
First of all,
you haven't said anything since.
To me, I felt like that comment, I was like, damn, that's shady as
because these important issues really aren't. So some people might be watching the reunion show and be thinking, what does colorism mean? They'll Google it, they'll understand. So I'm glad it's being reached out to an audience where people understand what Candy could have received from that comment. How I don't think Eva meant it like that, but at the same time, you also understand that people can take things differently from what you intend to say. Your intentions may be clear and clean, but the way your deliverance is may be completely different, and people can definitely take it differently. So I can understand the way Porsha and Candy were saying that things can be taken in a bit weird. Who knows? So in effort, colorism should be promoted as a situation that is obviously very violent in this world and, very rife. And I'm glad that it was obviously promoted and spoken about on a very big show, like especially on the reunion, especially on the first part. But at the same time, this reunion wasn't giving me what I wanted. It wasn't giving me anything. I feel like if anything, it was giving you season 4 kind of tease of how it was. But really and truly, it wasn't as combative. It wasn't as hilarious, nothing jovial in terms of like the catchphrases or funny things. But what I'm glad to know is that Porsha is not backing down from Nene, and it looks like Cynthia isn't either. And it looks like those two are going to get into their downfall of the relationship in part 3. And in part 2, Marlo and Tanya come out, and I'm glad to see Tanya, and we're going to get into the whole belt situation. But this was more of an opener, obviously, as the first part. But at the same time, I feel like I just wanted to see more, and there wasn't that much more going on. But Eva isn't backing down, neither is Cynthia, and definitely not Porsha. Porsha has this fire up in her like always, even if she's pregnant or not. It's just this rawness about her, which is why a lot of people love her. Like she's just naturally herself most of the time in terms of how she acts, very, absent-minded or jovial or hilarious. It's just her personality, and it really does shine through. But it's quite sad that Nene is digging her own grave, but this also means that she's definitely needed next season, because without her, like, everybody will not have an issue with anybody. Similar to how Porsha was the season before. But we'll see how this goes. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular reunion opener. Did you guys like it? Did you guys feel like they needed more? Was it combative enough for you? Was it hilarious and funny enough for you? Who knows? But it's nice to see Porsha and her man. Cynthia's got somebody now as well. Everybody on that stage is hooked up with somebody, and that's nice to see. But thank you guys for watching my particular review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Moral_Morali. Subscribe to my channel. Click that button. Comment down below. I read all your comments, and I'll definitely catch you guys soon.